Okay, in this example, we're going to show you how you can forward your Agent ID page on your company site to your domain name. So this is really useful if you have a domain name but you don't have a website, but you want to use your domain name and you want to point it towards a site, but you want to be sure that you're going to get the leads. And it's hard to always think that you want to point your domain name towards the company website because you're afraid if you have a lot of other agents that if you do that, you're sending your clients to potentially send their information into other agents. But this is how you can protect yourself. So in this example, we're going to use Godaddy. And if you have another host like One-in-One, or another place you register your domain name like, let's say, Enum or Network Solutions or wherever, they have other options that to do the exact same thing. You just have the process just maybe a little bit different. So in this case, what we're going to do is we've already logged into the Godaddy account, and we're basically, after you log in, you go click on your name up here and go to visit my account, and it's going to bring you to this page. And then here you're going to click on manage. And I like to view mine like this, it's much easier. Okay. And here is the domain name that we have, barbaramarvin.com. Now, when you click on your domain name, I can see automatically that the name servers are set to Godaddy. This is your first thing that you have to have it because it's very important that the name servers are set to Godaddy. Next, and you should be on the settings tab. Next, you're going to look for forwarding. And right now, this domain currently already forwards to Franklin Nashville Real Estate, which is the agent's market leader site. So we're not going to use this site anymore. And we're going to actually, oops, let me go back to Godaddy. We want this domain name to actually forward to the agent's page. Now, if you just come to Benchmark and you go to your Meet Our Agents, and you search for yourself, and oops, if you go to, well, usually, typically, let me actually change this really quickly. And save that. Okay. Normally, when you come in here, a lot of agents are going to think that they're going to click on their profile like this, which is going to show your properties and any bio information, your picture. If you use this URL, it's not going to make sure that you get the leads. So this is incorrect. I would never send somebody to just this URL. You can send them to your bio page. That's fine if you want to. And that's one way to do it. However, the best way to do it is to think about this like the client. When the client is searching online, they want to search homes for sale. So your best thing to do is to send them to the advanced property search page. And we can kind of combine the two. This is how I would do this, is I would make it so that you add a subheader to every single one of your pages by coming in, copy this URL, come back here, and go to your subheader page. To learn more about click here. So I would put a subheader that shows up at the top of every page, highlight it, and it's only going to show up on your pages, which I'll show you in a second. But highlight it, and you can even make it a little bit bigger. We'll choose Arial, size 14, and we'll center. And then I'm going to click on this little link, and I'm going to paste that URL, so Barbara's bio. And then I'm going to also open it in a new window so that if they're on a search page and they want to learn more about you, they're going to open a new window, but they're not going to lose the search, which is where you're going to get the lead. So we're going to leave that there. And insert, and then I'm going to save. So I've gone ahead and I've added my little custom subheader. Now, this is where you want to forward it. People want to search homes, and this is just my recommendation after years and years of doing this and being in the lead generation has been my specialty. If I were to forward my domain name, I would always forward it directly to the search page. If you want to add other links to other pages, you can add them in here, no problem, but I would put them directly on the search page. This little URL right here, this little appendage, and they tell you right here, to display this subheader on any IDX page, append the following tag at the end of the URL. An IDX page, in this instance, is any page that starts with homes for sale. So this is not going to work if you send them to the benchmark site to the buyer page or the preferred buyers program. That little code will not do anything. However, if you send them to the advanced property search page, where they can immediately start searching for homes, and you add that little itty bitty code at the end here, what's going to happen is it's going to put a cookie on that person's computer and tag them as your lead. So the instant they fill out the form saying they want to sign up for property updates or create their property saver account, you're the agent that's going to get the lead. This protects you so that you can send people to the company site and make sure that you're still going to get the lead. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so this is how I would do it and where I would send the clients. I wouldn't send them to the benchmarkrealty.com. They can, as soon as they start searching for homes, it's going to go into the round robin. So what you want to do, and the example that they give on your agent bio is the exact same as the advanced page. So it usually is, I would just literally come here and highlight this. Make sure you highlight the entire example and copy it. Then go to your domain name, back to Godaddy, and I would click on Manage. If there's nothing here, then it's not forwarding anywhere. It'll say 0. Click on Manage. And if there is something here, you'll get this, and you'll have to click on Edit. And then you're going to paste that URL in there. Now, make sure that you come back to the beginning of the URL and delete this HTTP because it already has HTTP here. So you're going to delete that part. The redirect type is going to be permanent. You can do forward only or forward with masking. Masking is fine too. If you want to do masking, you can give it your own title, and that way they're not confused. So you could say search homes for sale with Barbara, Marvin, and Benchmark Realty. See. You may even want to say search Greater Nashville homes for sale. If you want to give it a full description, this is what shows up in the search engines. That's under the title. So for instance, if I go to Google, oops, and I type in Nashville TN homes for sale, your title is this, your description is this. So that's your title, this is your description. One of the things about SEO is usually you only get about 60 characters here that are going to show up in the title. So it's okay if you put more than that, but only 60 characters are going to show up right here. And then same thing with your description. There's only a certain amount of characters, so you don't want to get, oops, let's go back to GoDaddy. You don't want to get like too crazy. You can always click on your little eye symbol right here and it will tell you what this is as well. So description, search the entire Nashville MLS. Careful with the word MLS. Sometimes you can't use that to be compliant. So actually I'll say search instantly. Search all homes for sale in Greater Nashville. Marvin is a local realtor serving primary cities, Barbara?
Franklin, Nashville, No, I'd go anywhere, so I don't know. Let's see. Just Franklin and Nashville is fine. Brentwood. Where did the computer go? And surrounding area. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then you can put some keywords in here. So keywords might be something like what people would search for. So Nashville, TN homes for sale. Franklin, TN homes for sale. Brentwood, TN homes for sale. You can also do Nashville, TN real estate. Franklin, TN real estate. Brentwood, TN real estate. I would not do more than 10 in here. So keep this short. It should appeal to their emotions, and it should say something. I like to say local because when people see Trulia and Zillow, how do you beat them out? How do you distinguish yourself? I'm a local realtor. I know my area. You're not going to get better service from somebody who's not local. So you can even say I'm a local realtor with X amount of years experience. So anyways, you want to check the update my name servers and DNS settings to support this, and then go ahead and click the edit or save button. So it's going to give me a little warning telling me it is too long. So we'll just go with this. See if we can get it. There we go. And see, it's already doing it, and now we're going to click save. And it'll take a couple minutes for this to refresh. You can wait a couple minutes and then come back here and refresh the page. And now it's already working. So if I come here and type in your domain name, it's instantly going to bring me to your site. Now, right now, the forward hasn't updated across the MLS or across the internet. This can take 24 to 48 hours. However, once it does, what's going to happen is this. So I'm going to show you where it's going to forward to. So as soon as I hit this button and I hit enter, it instantly is going to tag me as your lead. Watch this advanced search page. Your subheader will show up here. That's how you know it's working, and it's put the cookie on my computer. See? There it is.
Okay.
So this shows up everywhere. So if I go to the map search, it says this. If I go to search by Nashville schools, same thing. So I could technically forward that to any of these pages as long as I add that question mark, agent ID equals whatever the number is. So you just have to add that little appendage, and I can forward it to any page that I want to forward it to, but I can't forward it to a primary page. Notice this page does not start with homes for sale, and it does not have my little subheader on it anymore. So if I go to About Benchmark, same thing. My subheader is not here. This does not start with homes for sale. It will not work if you add that agent ID on the end of this. It won't work. But now that I've moved around, if I go back to this, it still tags me. I still am on your, I still have your information here. So if I were to sign up, this is what it's going to do. And click sign up. Automatically logs me in. And then should, as long as I haven't created a account anywhere else, I might have already done this. It should show me here as soon as I sign up. I might already have an account that's assigned to Philip or somebody else, so that's maybe why it's not showing me up there. But you can always, yeah, that's probably, oh wait. Yeah, I do. So it just logged me in. But regardless, that's how it's going to work. Signs you in, and then you get the lead as the agent. So I already had an account, so it didn't work because it recognized my email. But if I didn't, it would automatically send you the lead. And that's how you're going to set up your forwarding.
Okay, so tell me where I get that link on the web page if I'm going to do an email in Market Leader, and I was going to email all the clients out of there before it closes down on the 31st.
Okay, so what you're going to do is I would send them to the email update sign up page, because that's going to take them through the steps. This is going to say perform a search, step 1. So they are going to create their search, and then it's going to ask them to sign up next. So they'll create the search, and then it's going to ask them, here's your results, and then it should ask them to save the search. Now, they can also click on Save Search here as well. But that's what's the best page for them to go to is. So go to the benchmark site and go to the first alert property saver sign up link. Or it might say hot property alerts depending on what website you're on. In Benchmark's case, it's the first alert. Or you can go to the advanced search page and click on the email update sign up. All of your search pages should show up on the top of any of these pages. So if you just go to any of them and click on email update sign up, this is the page you want to be on. It should say step 1, perform a search. So here's the URL. I'm going to go back to my agent dashboard. I'm going to click on home and then bio and then subheader. Then I'm going to copy this up to the question mark. So question mark agent header ID equals 5983. And then I'm going to go back to this page and I'm going to paste it right there. Oops. Maybe I didn't copy that. Copy. There we go. And then copy this entire URL. This is what I would send them to. So if you want to send out a newsletter that is saying anything about, setting up property alerts, or in your case, I'm changing over from my Market Leader website to, I would make sure you let them know that it's a better system, that the system will send them property alerts, that it's updated multiple times throughout the day, which it should be by now. Most of the MLSs and IDXBroker are pulling at least twice a day. So, you're updated more often, and that they'll be able to have more search requirements because there are more search fields. They can search in a more advanced way because they get all of these different search fields to search from. Give them a reason why they want to sign up is what I'm saying. And then say click here to start. And then highlight the words click here and use this URL, making doubly sure that at the end you have this question mark agent header ID equals 5983. That way it's going to have the Barbara. Now in my case, I've already been assigned to an agent, so it won't do that. If somebody else has been assigned to an agent, as soon as they log in, it'll automatically recognize it. However, I'm logging out, and now it should look just like this. To learn more about Barbara Marvin, click here. I removed the cookie. So that's what it should look like. That's what you want to send them to.
So now my question is, if they type in barbaramarvin.com, is that going to take them also because you've linked it to that?
That's going to take them to the advanced search page, not to the email updates page. So, and that's
my question is, if I set the alerts for them and they get alerts, then will that take care of it for them, or?
If you set them up and send them alerts, that takes care of it. So if you go to your IDXBroker and you come into leads and you create a lead and you add all of their information in here and save it, make sure you check receive property updates, yes. Their email format and account disabled should be no, lead can log in, yes. Save it, and then go back and edit the lead and create the saved search and set them up for that. That's going to take care of that for them. So you won't have to do anything at all. However, if you want if you want them to do it themselves and you're sending out a newsletter to let them know they only have 2 more days to sign up for a new property saver account before your old account goes away and they stop receiving alerts, then that's where I would send them to this link.
Okay. Well, I was planning on doing it for them because I don't know, I just didn't know how user-friendly this was going to be, for them. So
it's very user-friendly. It takes them through step by step. It's just like the Benchmark Realty website. Everything is exactly the same, and thousands of people use this. It's very, very simple. And you can use that link inside your email newsletters. You can use it in your email signature. Sign up for hot property alerts to receive the newest properties listed on the market. I would put something like that and then have the entire link go to this URL.
Okay, so I do that whole thing. I could do that in my signature email or whatever.
Yep, just set up your signature and use the words just like I did with this one, so that they can click right on it and it'll go to this URL. That way you're not using a whole long string of whatever. Instead, you're using the words to create the link, the text. So
okay, say that again.
It'd be just like, I'll add it. Actually, I'm going to go into your bio. Somewhere,
Okay.
when you edit your email signature, it should look something like this. So create like a little tagline just like that inside your email signature, highlight it, and then choose the little link symbol. This is a pretty universal editor. It's called the Wysiwyg Editor. It's very similar to your email editor. This right here is called the Wysiwyg Editor, which is an acronym. It stands for What You See Is What You Get. And you can add this to your email signature and then save it.
Okay.
And use that same link. And then it does the exact same thing. So when you come here on your site, I just added it to the subheader, but you would add it in the exact same way to your email signature. And when I refresh this, it should, there you go. Click here to set up alerts to receive the newest properties straight to your inbox right there. So
let's say I'm out and about and I'm just talking to someone and I said, oh, just go to www.barbaramarvin.com. Will that take them to the advanced, right?
It's going to take them to this page right here.
Okay.
The advanced search. Now, if you prefer for them to go to the email update sign up page, you can go in and change this link right here so it goes to the email update sign up.
I need to open this up or something. I'm not seeing where you're at. Okay. You just need to scroll up a little bit. Oh, there. Okay.
So I'm under domains and I'm on the domain detail for your name, and I'm under the settings tab, forwarding, and then you could click on manage and then manage your link and then just change it here. Make sure you delete the HTTP and then click edit and then click save and you're all done. Now BarbaraMarvin.com will forward to the email update sign up page.
Okay. Is that where I want them to go?
Either one is going to be good. If it's an initial contact, this is going to be one of the best pages to go to. And if it's, it depends on your preferences. The advanced search is going to work the same way. After they've visited 4 detail pages, it's going to, this is the way I typically set it up, they can view 4 properties, and then it's going to ask them to sign up. And then they can view another 4 properties, and they can skip it. After the 8th or 9th property, it's going to force them. So, for instance, if I had clicked the initial link and I did a search, either way, it's going to capture the lead. The email update page is going to capture it faster. That's the thing. So this one's going to ask them to sign up right away. So you may not want to use that one, but it also is very effective. But let's say I was using the advanced search page instead, then this is what would happen. They would come here and they would, let's say, click on the first property. They're viewing property number 1. and they are, this is okay, you know, whatever. Even though this is not your property, it's still going to go to you if they fill out the lead form. The only way the other agent is going to get a lead off of this is if the client particularly specifically chooses contact Adam Helton. In that case, you have no control. The client has chose to contact the agent, just so you know. So
The listing agent.
correct, in this case. And that's only going to show benchmark agents. It doesn't show listing agents across the whole MLS. The only time the picture shows up here is if this person is a benchmark agent. So this is the only way that another agent will get information that should be yours. That cannot be saved or changed. The client has chosen to contact this person. That's how it is. But it's rare. Usually they're looking at the property more or less. So next property. Now I want you to watch what happens. I'm viewing, this is the third one, the fourth one. On the fifth property, I get this. So this is an awesome lead generation tool. It actually isn't just going to show a bunch of text to the person, which they mostly won't read. It has the visuals, and they're going to zero in on create your free account, instant VIP access, search like a realtor. This is what you get. So if I have to fill out a form, you better tell me what I'm going to get, because that's what I want to know. If it's not beneficial for me, I'm not going to do it. So they get property alerts. They get to save favorites and save searches. Usually they're in a hurry. They're not going to read anymore, but if they want to, it explains what each one is. And they fill out their name, email, phone. They have to fill out the CAPTCHA because we get a lot of junk. And then they click sign up, and immediately you get the lead. Now they can skip this by clicking this link, but watch what happens next. We're going to go next property. Now on the 9th property, so we've allowed them 8 properties. So they can kind of see this information, but they can't get through to the next thing. They can't view the photo gallery, nothing. Now they're forced. There's no skip. So basically what you're doing is you're teasing them by allowing them to see a sprinkling of the different properties that they're interested in, and you're letting them know that, you know, we've given you some of the great information and we have everything. So why not sign up for a free account? It takes a couple of seconds and you get lots of benefits. And this is where we usually generate quite a few leads. So they can't go past this part. If they skip and if they try to skip it, at this point, what's going to happen is, watch, it brings them right back to the search page. They can't continue. And if they do search again, and they try to do the same thing, like let's say we go down to the very bottom, so we know we're past 8 properties. If they click on a property, they're still going to get this. It's not going to let them just go on and see everything. So they still need to sign up.
Okay. So if they leave the page and come back another day, it's the same thing?
Yes, it should automatically pull up your information, and unless they've cleared their cookies. So if they have a way to clear their cache and they do that, then it will clear their cache.
Okay.
So again, that's another really important reason why you should have that link in your email signature, so that no matter what, each time they click on it, they use that link.
Okay. So,
It's all about that special code. It's really all about this little code being added on to the end of every property.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I'm going to put a little divider right here, just because it seems like this is sitting right on top of everything. Just to give it a little bit of space. You don't want to give it too much space, but that way it kind of gives your little subheader a little bit extra space.
Right. Okay. So then now below that, go back to that screen, then you create another email.
This is your subheader. This is where you're going to get your subheader ID, and that's what's going to show up at the top of any IDX page. IDX page being something that starts with homes for sale, or it could be homes dash for sale, something like that.
Okay.
If you want to edit your property alerts, then you're going to have to go to the property update tab, and this is where you put in your little intro and your signature. Now this is just going to send them, this isn't updating your email signature on all your emails. This is just the email that goes out that sends them an alert saying click here to view your newest properties.
Okay.
So your email signature is in whatever program you use for email. Like I use Gmail. But this is what sends, the system sends them the property update every day and pulls the properties from the MLS. So you need to add your email signature into this and maybe a little intro. I would always add something like, a little intro saying, below are the newest properties. I can show you any property you're interested in across the entire MLS. Please feel free to give me a call. If you're interested in any, I welcome your call. Anything like that, that's going to say, give me a call, contact me, whatever it may be, and then your contact information should go at the bottom. So everything in between is the property updates section.
Now my other question, and you may have already answered this, and I hope I'm not repeating myself, but so when the alerts go out, I will get one in my email, correct?
This is set up so you'll get a summary of alerts. So
Summary.
Yep, you'll get a summary, or you can change it to individual or none. So you're not going to get, so if you have 150 clients and 100 of them are getting alerts every day, do you want to get a copy of 100 alerts every day? Or do you want to get a summary? So that's why you want to change it to summary.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
That's it.
Well, I think that answered my questions. And you changed my Godaddy for me.
Yep.
So.
Do you want to continue to have it on the email updates page, or would you prefer for it to be on the advanced search?
Which one did you suggest was best?
I would just use the advanced search because that's going to allow them to see some properties and stuff beforehand. So I would just use this, which actually, if we just come here and grab that, and then go back here and manage. Make sure if you already have one in here, make sure you click the edit, not delete. If you click delete, then what's going to happen is, if you were to click delete right here instead of edit, then you have to actually wait for this to delete before you can add the new URL. So I always click edit instead. So there you go, and it's all set. So that's how you're going to set up your domain name to forward to your Agent IDX page. Also, a little bit more information on property alerts and other questions. If you need anything, give us a call at 517-917-0582 or shoot us an email at support@yoursiteneedsme.com.
Yeah, pero, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Ah. Ooh.